Terrible. Darthon, how's it going? This is just a random stream. Sorry, I'm just checking a message quick. Let's get the right light on. Not that one. There we go. Darthon. Toxent, how's it going? Good morning, everyone. Waldo. I was looking at KCCI just a short time ago, and I see I was very surprised to see that there's snow, like, over, like, Greenfield and all that right now. Slowly creeping my way. What is this weather? It's 42 out. We got snow heading this way. What is the overall weather looking like? These temps too. 40 degrees tomorrow is the high, and then almost 70 the day after. I hate this weather sometimes. Did the boys shame you into cutting your hair? I shamed myself into cutting my hair. It was getting really quite bad, and it was just, it looked sloppy. Like, it was hard to get it to stay in shape. It needed to be done. Yeah. Let's see here. Working on vids. Is this the crate build video? I think you're gonna be happy. I'm not gonna spoil things too much, Darthon, but yeah. You know, not what I'm showing here today, but you guys are getting part 1 of that this week. Part 1 of the crate build guide is dropping this week, and it's basically just the basic intro to the console spam stuff, just explaining the basic concepts, the fundamentals. I've done a video on Uncon in the past, but I know people want an updated guide. It's something I've talked about for a while, and yeah. As for ship reviews, I had real life happen. I also had I put myself into a very bad position in the lead up to the release of the 16th bundle. I substantially screwed up my sleep schedule. Like a couple days there, I was pulling multiple all-nighters, just doing miscellaneous work, ahead of time, some other things. It was just really unhealthy for me, and it all like came crashing down at a really bad time. You guys saw that I was not in the best of shape there, and I think one of the most telling things for me was a meeting I had like Thursday of that week, where it was just, I could see that I was like, it had festered into a full-on problem, like my sleep schedule. I'm not saying my sleep schedule's perfect now, but I really screwed myself over. So I do the Andorian and the Vulcan ship are going to be getting like comprehensive reviews in the very near future. The Kamari this week for sure, but it's probably, I mean, I want to have all the ships covered by the end of the month, but I'm not going to sit here and say that all 4 of those reviews are going to drop this week. That there's going to be at least one, though, and it's going to be the Kamari. Warp Core, who's working on vids? Look at that beautiful handing. Hey, let's go. I literally just cut it. I grabbed the thing, I put the number 6 on it, I cut it quite a bit, got it cleaned up a little bit afterwards, and yeah. It was not peak. There was also, I'm not saying that's what was going on, but they're there was a thing I was doing where I also had miscommunicated the time with the family. So they thought that the safe time to that there was a miscommunication on the start and end time. So there was a point where there was a kid crying in the background. I didn't realize how bad it was. Um, Chosen, how's it going? Already put your snow shovel away. uh, no. Today's video is going to be a news video going over the Impersa. We have updates on the executor stuff. Updated stance. We are going. Oh, camera froze. Updated stance on the executor stuff. There, we are going to ban it on Oscar until some issues are fixed. Like after we do the new season post Impersa nerf. Oh, there's this thing with NTTE also, like an exploit that was disclosed. Like it's been around for a while, but now it's in the public where um you can basically stack up a ton of damage against. This will be better if I just show it. Hold on. You can stack up a bunch of damage against the boss in NTTE before it actually is on the map. So there was a record posted by the team over at Stow League, the CLR folks, and also was it Danfi Cat? Yeah, this is the other person they have. Cat by Danfi. Yeah, where is it here? New car, transdimensional tactics. Like it's funny as hell because the ground number, I guess it's not on there right now. Is it under corruption? We must have removed it. But anyways, the record that they posted was 8 million DPS in new car transdimensional tactics elite, a ground TFO. And it basically boils down to the fact that the Tholian boss is on the map before you hit the console. So if you just stand there, like just damage it with ball lightning, or just keep spamming ball lightning on the platform, you can build up damage, and all that damage gets registered to it when the console does eventually get hit. So they like went in and heavily abused it. Lonnie, thank you. Yeah, it was desperately needed. By the way, Kamari, I actually haven't tested that part of the console, but that's good to know, Darthon. Thank you for letting me know. Look at that beautiful head. Well, now I know what I'll be doing in the next 5 minutes. Jesus, Cheops. Cheops, what is wrong with you, brother? Some of you that pay attention to the CasualSAB Discord will have noticed too. The moderators basically got purged. This is not against any specific person, but basically the plan is, and I think I've talked about this. I mean, I said it in the like admin chat like 2 or so weeks back, but I'm going to merge the Breakfast Club Discord TBC, my Fleet Discord. I'm going to merge that over into the YouTube Discord. I just feel like that makes a bit more sense, and just doing some shuffling, redoing the moderation stuff and all that. So I appreciate everyone that's helped with the moderation over there. I hope you not mad at losing those permissions. Cheops. I still have never seen a video of a record NTTE run. Howdy folks, Spencer here, and today we're going to be breaking the Stow Space DPS record with a ground build. I mean, in theory, based on what was disclosed by like Tiberius and them, where is it here? Let's not show the moderation chat. Parse dump. Make myself smaller here. Picard, how's it going? Deathforge, thank you for the follow on Twitch, by the way. Yeah, I saw the 8 million NTT run. That's what I'm talking about. I've been aware of like the some of the concepts of what was going on there for a while, but they like the Stow League people just really pushed it to just an absurd level just to demonstrate just how absurdly busted it is. Ganoid, how's it going? Howdy, folks. Spencer here, and today we're going to be breaking every Space TFO record by starting the burn 700 years early. I like that. I like that. Yeah, so they basically go into the full details, but you can see the damage they did is 576.8 million. And the DPS was 8 million, but I mean they in theory could have pushed this up to whatever number they wanted. Like if they went in, were doing this long enough, they could, if they wanted, go and put like a billion DPS run up on the table or trillion. Like it's just a matter of how much time they want to spend doing that. Also, with that Sovereign, I'm going to have to play the game again, it seems, yes. I mean, Ranger, you gotta save up and buy the Vovin for 4250 Zen. That reminds me too, I need to... Where is my epic? I need to buy Zen, so I'm probably gonna have to get the ship tomorrow. Let's see here. I don't think I have the money to buy the big pack right now, but I should be able to grab like a... Let's see here. I'll worry about this later, but I'm definitely like today I'm going to pick up one of these packs just so I can get the ship day one tomorrow. Though the reason I do that stuff day one is because I like if I make enough videos on it, I'll make the money back. I will play a day though first just to at least get a slight discount on it. Me and Nick and Mayo last night managed to make captain abilities down to 9-second cooldown. I used to have a lot of fun with the captain ability cooldowns. I think it was when continuity first came out. Like when that was just coming out, there was like no minimal cooldown for captain abilities. So I was very much abusing things. Let me see. I think it was that. I gotta look here. Just give me a moment. I have way too many videos. I simultaneously don't have enough up-to-date modern videos, but also I don't have like... I've got too many videos on the channel, but not enough that are like recorded in this decade. So let's see here. Date. Because there was a thing I was abusing, like a method for cooldown reduction that I'd found like many years ago, and then I was talking to Jed about it, and very quickly afterwards, that that did not remain that way much longer. Was this it? Attrition warfare? I think this was probably an attrition warfare. Was this what we were using for... Oh, that's buff cooldown. There was something else we were doing. I will find it. There's also a lot of videos that are not public. Drama video I see. Oh boy. Yeah, but anyways, there's a video somewhere here where I go over, um, like a way to like get captain ability cooldowns down crazy fast. It's somewhere around here. There's so many videos. I feel like it was around the Jemadar time. I will catch up on chat here just a moment. I want to find this. In screen. Oh. So many videos. Yeah. I think continuity when it first came out was impacting everything. So it was some cheese way back in the day. I don't know where it is, but yeah. Do I think broadside beam support trait from the Corolla puts beam overload 3 over surgical strikes 3? Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, I really I'm gonna be completely honest. Sorry for the delay in responding to this Death Forge. Um, I really am not a fan of Surgical Strikes 3 in the current meta. Like, if you want to do Surgical Strikes 3, that's there. You know, you do it. You play the game the way that you want. But I think that Surgical Strikes 3 and the other specialization firing modes are behind the standard firing modes, because as soon as you go Surgical Strikes 3, you lose out on being able to run your normal energy weapon firing modes like FAW, CSV, and that means that if you're doing like a beam setup with surgical strikes, you can't do a CSV to get a second proc from like Culture of Conquest, your competitive rep engines if you're doing the innovated ones. It just surgical strikes, it's limited. It really is limited. Look at those trays. Okay, what did I miss in the YouTube chat while I was too busy looking at or trying to find a video? I am curious to see how effective the new trait is. My initial impression was that the cooldown value might be a bit too low, but we'll find out. Good thing is none of that matters anymore, even on Elite. That's true. Now, us saying that, if you're an established player that understands how to put a build together, you know, you can get away with a lot of things. But for someone that's like just getting into the game, they may need to take advantage of everything that they can get to get to that level of performance. You know, they don't have endeavors, they don't have all the traits. So the more the more they lean towards the more optimal, you know, setup, the easier things are going to be for them. Yes, it's true that you can get to a point where everything is viable, but you know, until you're there, then going with the more optimal path is um Scuba, thank you for the prime sub. Greatly appreciate it. Flagship staffing was the best cooldown management ever when it was released, but fun was detected. Yeah, the nostalgia hit, yeah. There's a lot of videos on this channel, but it's not necessarily that some of them are like bad or out of date. Deathforge, thank you for the sub. I appreciate that. Um, it's more of my mic quality was not, you know, necessarily as good. Resub and the ad still plays. That's Twitch. Twitch is special in that way, isn't it? Why am I getting a ping? Their news? Never mind. We're not going to look at that. There was news, just not Stowe news. Spencer, does the creator code give a discount or just some of the money? Basically, the way that the Epic supported creator program works is that when you use that code, it's giving you don't get a discount. It is just taking a portion of the money, and instead of Epic taking it, they're giving a portion of it to the creator that you specify. So, yeah, I think the percentage is public, but it's it's like a 5% cut. So if you spend $100, I would get $5 of that. Basically, that is how the Epic program works. Well, the thing to keep in mind, Jesse, is that there is minimum cooldowns for some captain abilities, especially a lot of the big ones like Alpha, EPS. I believe like the really big ones do have minimal cooldowns, where you can't reduce them past that point. But yeah, I get what you're saying. I mean, every bit helps Warp Core. Rob, how's it going? Yeah, I'm slow on chat. You just did a few runs with Mir. You have nosebleed. It's gonna be a bit of a hit after what we've been doing. Canoid, like I at this point you have the top spot for the Impersa and the Executor stuff. I am not putting in the time to try and get a 300 mil damage run in. I had that one run that I showed where it was so damn close. Let me pull that back up here. Like I'm not going to spend, like multiple days in there trying to get a run that matches this, but has the second Lance crit. I can't do that. Like if this second Lance hit had crit, that would be 4.7 million, basically over 300 million damage. Like the RNG is just ridiculous. Bridger, how's it going? Helps me buy filament to smoke instead of food for the family. One run, 1 mil DPS from the Lance. Yeah, I think I got my new high in one of the runs. I honestly I am sort of curious. Can I pull that up here? Live logs, game client. Let me make sure I have nothing open here that I don't want to have open. Okay. New. Spencer is disappointed in you. Terrible. Okay. Anti-proton, overcharge, Lance. How many are in this file? What did I just hit? No. Count. 2,857. Okay. Let's mark all of the lines that have that in there. Now let's do a search, bookmark, copy bookmark lines. Let's go to new 2 and paste. Oh yeah, this isn't gonna have. I was hoping, I forgot that it shows like with the exponents there when you're looking at this in the thing. But I know I had at least one run where I had like almost a 40 mil one hit, but I'm not going to look through that right now to try and find it. Muds, do I reckon console will get a Zen sale tomorrow? Yes. I think that is quite likely. Looking forward to getting a good sovereign tomorrow, as am I, Bridger. I need to charge the Zen to be able to buy it out tomorrow, but yeah. I don't think the ship is good enough to warrant buying it out, to be clear, but as a content creator, I'm in a position where they're like, it's a spend money, make money sort of situation for me. I was specifically thinking about evasive maneuvers and brace for impact. A smooth landing means each of those is worth 10% console cooldown reduction, and you can reset evasive. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, the 16th bundle does drop on console tomorrow. Do you expect a full cannon quantum torpedo boat build on it? Oof, that ain't gonna happen for me. Nick will probably do that, but I don't currently have plans to do a torp setup on it, if that was what you were hoping for. Yeah. It'll be, yeah, 12,000 Zen with the introductory sale. Command equals torpedoes, though. But if you do take advantage of the command seat there, then it limits what you can do with the ship. I'm late to the party, but the Vovin console cooldown reduction is just insane, yes. Don't forget your console endeavors. I haven't really been doing my console endeavors, Picard. I was over on console earlier this morning. I already got my dailies done for the anniversary event over there. Got my reputations done, all that. You already have... I mean, it's not that far off of a, a normal, like, torp boat, right? Just do all quantums instead. No, there's a lot of shield pen that torps can take advantage of. Torps can work. It's just that they have that there's a bit of work that goes into them, and ultimately the energy weapons, an energy weapon setup is going to be a lot more effective than torpedoes right now. Spencer openly hates torp ships, but in secret he exclusively plays torp ships when nobody is watching. Oof. Exposed. No. No. Yeah. I mean, I think if you're willing to be patient, like meta wise, the only thing of like meta relevance from the bundle right now is the Kamari, and you can buy that standalone. I haven't heard anything about any further adjustments to the other ships. I mean, we'll find out when we get some more patches, but like the NP, the escort, that console, if they do reduce that activation time, like that would be a meta console, but as is the Kamari, that's the only real meta impact, and that is because its accessories, the trait specifically, are just so substantial for tanking. Spencer dunks on torp builds because he wants to keep them for himself. It's just I've flown them, and like having dealt with them enough, they just are not. If you're gonna go in and fly a torp build, you can make it work, okay? It's just that you have to really have a good understanding of what's going on and understand the limitations. Um, that really is the thing, is that there are downsides to torpedo builds. The weapons are slower. Concentrate firepower is like a really central thing to get the most out of them. How do you do a torp build when torpedo reload times tend to be a bit slow? Well, if you're using like the Kamari or the Terran Eagle, the console that you can use there from the Terran Eagle will allow you to do a torp every half second, and then you just use like ceaseless momentum, torpedo cooldown doffs to reduce that cooldown. Board, please hammer a Wani console into the ground. No, do not touch fleet power. I mean, they touched they touched the stacking aspect of it last year, and I mean we immediately were like, what the hell is this? Like, what is the point of this? Why was there time spent on it? You know, they hit it in such a weird way. Thankfully, they reversed that, right? Yeah. I received an error message in Stowe when I wanted to fly a Torp build. Nah, I've got all of my main characters basically in this right now. The Impersa abusing the broken stuff, but that is the time for that is running out. It'll be back to the mirror angle here soon enough. Am I still messing around with World of Warships? No. World of Warships, like most of the other games I play or had played, I'm not really playing much anymore. World of Warships, it's on and off. I found that I just played that too much back in the day and sort of got burnt out on it. Um, Battlefield 6, I mean, I'll probably do that again at some point, but there's just not too much interest right now. Um, like O Games, a browser game, I still play that every now and then, but I'm about done with that. I'm about ready to. I want to get a couple videos out on that before I like fully quit it, because it's O Game is went down a pay to win path, and I just don't think people should be playing that game or supporting that company anymore. To be perfectly honest. Did I get a haircut recently? Looks good. Fred, within the past 2 hours. Thank you. Yeah, I just took the I just went to the garage, pulled out the weed whacker, just, went at it. MMO massive, yeah. The shield tank stuff is already, I mean, people have been doing that though since the thing came out. Even like before this, like people have been doing shield tanks to some extent, since when was like the really big stuff with the emerge power shields, the RSP stuff where it gives you immunity to shield drain. Like that was a really big boost to doing like a shield focus setup. The Sagan trade, of course. I saw a funny comment this morning over in the DPS channels. Yeah, let me pull this up here. In fact, you were in this conversation, Galactic. This was like 5 or 6 hours ago. I took a picture of this because I was laughing at it. It was at 5:43 for me, so yeah, about 5 hours ago. What are you running? My other idea involved RSP and the trait from the Sagan, like Spencer calls it. I saw that as like, oh damn, I gotta take a picture of that. That's great. A carbon copy of your build, gotcha. He just 3D printed a haircut machine. I've got speaking of 3D print, I got some more of the Daedalus going right now. I haven't taken, let me go full screen here. I got part of the hangar bay printed. I got to remove the supports here still, but there's even like a cover you can put on, so you have the option to have the F302s in there exposed or not exposed. So I can have them exposed here so you can see them, and I forget how many you can fit per bay. Let me just punch this out here. So you get some nice ASMR there as I pull that out. Hopefully that was not too loud. I'll have to clean this up, but you can see where the F302s will just like sit in there. I have to remove the interface material for the supports. This is made of PETG, and these supports were just PLA because it breaks off easier. Greg, how's it going? You're running the Sagittarius trait. When I asked about Tribble in the interview with Thomas, back in when was that? Like January, February. Um, he stated that they wanted to bring Tribble back up at some point, but I would say there's probably other priorities. I don't think it's going away. I like my camera just randomly freezing there. Terrible. You're running the Sagittarius trait. Spencer losing so much weight, there's not much sagging going on anymore. Wow. I mean, that's what Cheops is here for. Greg, does Dominion have a miracle worker ship yet? Isn't the Jem'Hadar Vanguard warship miracle worker? Or is that... No, that's not full miracle worker, is it? That's Lieutenant Commander miracle worker. Yeah, okay. I guess not. Bring back large screen Spencer? Oh, no. This is more of just a chatting stream rather than me working on videos at this point. Dark Eddie, how's it going? Remember when just having a Lieutenant Commander miracle worker made a shit meta? Yeah. You have that haircut in Stowe? Pretty generic haircut. Is that a new cam? No, this is my normal cam. It's just right. It's on the prompter, so because all the white text, there's a little bit of it sometimes gets a bit funky when there's a bunch of text on the screen. SS in your Stowe means oh geez. Cody, how's it going? Cheops, what are we gonna do about you? Terrible. Your next haircut, you're gonna get the Romulan gut too. Please show the small video of Captain Uncons. I will do a lot of testing with the new trait tomorrow. Don't you worry. Bring back the classic Vulcan bowl cut. Oh no. The trifecta of the Husnock warship, Jemmy warship, and Kopesh for Spartan to come around and scam everyone by creating the Juggy as the superior meta platform. The VOD Jug is still a pretty solid platform, but there's definitely a lot of competition nowadays. Check Discord, you sent me the video. Oh yeah, you guys were doing something with the what trait was this? What was the trait you were doing to get this cooldown reduction? Okay, there we go. I don't want to have too many of my DMs like shown there, so we're just gonna go with this. So you're hitting, your pets are spamming out, of course. Then you hit your captain abilities, and we're seeing some mad instant like cooldown reduction there. Or there was at least a little bit there. Yeah, every time your pets are going, you're getting some. You're hitting the minimum cooldowns very quickly. Seneca. What's new with fall builds these days? The Corolla. Driver, the Corolla from last year's anniversary bundle. You can buy it standalone. The Corolla Temporal, I Forget what the full name of it is, but the Corolla in the store. The Seneca trait, yeah. Okay. And the Seneca, that was like a copy paste of another ship too, but I probably should go level that up. So let's do that quick. I don't have that leveled up. What is the new Salvi trait? Whenever you hit a captain ability, you get 5% console cooldown reduction and a small speed boost. Kerala. So K-E-R. Yeah, Corolla Temporal Battlecruiser. This thing here. It's got a console and a trait that are really good. Brace for impact and evasive going to be temporal uncon. The issue is we need more trait slots, Starthon. Like I'm gonna have to give up like Terran Goodbye to do this. Yeah, it's account wide, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense, Starthon. Need tier 7? No. I do need more trade slots though. I need this is power creep, okay? This is undoubtedly some power creep. But I need them to just rip the band-aid off and give us 10 starship trade slots. Just give us another 3. BNC. Thank you for stopping by. Because we are, like, at least for me, I'm in a position where, like, the traits I have on are so incredibly good, I don't really have room for the new stuff that they're coming out with. Like, I don't have room to run, like, the Harmony trait on most of my builds. Like, it is a loss for me to do so. Jason Documents, how's it going? Phantom, I have not played any more of the Voyager Across the Unknown game. I think the game, from the experiences I had with it, I think it's fine, but I haven't had time. I mean, yeah. Played for about a year on PSN, got a new PC, saw still on Stream Friday, so starting over, nice. 5-3 Sovereign fan club here. Yeah, I mean the 5-3 Sovereign's really nice. I haven't played more of the Voyager game because it doesn't have ISC. Terrible. Just looking at Discord messages. The Sagan trade is a lot of fun. Yeah, the self-destruct console is going to be really fun. Tomorrow is Noble Day. We are just about 24 hours out from the Noble, or the first Contact Day event starting. Also, SS3 kind of sucks. Welcome to the getting to that point at endgame where you realize the specialization and firing modes are not good. Jason, happy to have you there. Your inner Helldiver is cackling at the noble console. Oh no. We've finally done the era of beam overload is bad and now surgical strikes is bad. You just lose things doing specialization fire modes. Isn't Surgical Strikes 3 a dream for PvP? Dark Eddy, terrible. There's no PvP anymore, bro. The PvP community. I shouldn't say there's none. I mean, I'm sure that there's still some stuff incorrect. Brian doing good. Is there a trait that increases misfires? Really need that? Yeah, just turn a VPN on. Like, increase your ping up to, a couple hundred, and that'll make it better for you. Nice, Jason. We still PvP on PlayStation? How long do I think it takes to sell dilithium at the moment? I'm trying to sell a few million to buy a bundle. If you put your listing up and you don't go down and pull it down and repost it, you're looking at just over 2 months. The last thing I heard was right around 60 days. But if you pull that listing down and repost it, you're resetting your position in the queue. Hope everyone is tuning in for the lunar flyby today. Historic stuff, yeah. Yeah, you have to do it at 500 dil per zen. Yeah, that's something too. I've had people who are, coming up to me and saying that they've got it posted at like 450 and they're wanting to know why it doesn't go through. It's like, you have to go at 500. Wow. This event has knocked out a ton on the backlog. 46 days? Yeah, the Phoenix event is having a massive impact here. Look at that. It's down from like 14 mil to just over 12. That's a larger drop than I can recall us seeing in a while. Kanoy, did you see the commentary from Game Freaks in the bug report thread? Jeremy, how's it going? Basically, Game Freaks found that the proc is going off. It just doesn't do it doesn't get reported, and there's like no kill shot. Nice. I like seeing it. I like seeing the Dill X go down. I think it going down makes it just, makes the game healthier for everyone. I'm looking forward to seeing what they are, Jeremy. Yeah, let me pull it up here. So, yeah, in the bug thread there, Canoid, Game Freaks did some testing and he did find the dual heavy cannon is actually proccing the executor stuff. It just doesn't report it. It's sort of like Moopsie, where Moopsie doesn't like generate a kill line or whatever when it takes out a target. So yeah, it just doesn't report it, and you're not going to have some kills showing up. Yeah, but Game Freaks tested it. It's there. Rick, they did that last year. Yeah, so when you contribute dilithium to a fleet, let me go over to a different character here. I've got a boatload of fleet dill on this character. Yeah, that's been one of the issues is the dual heavy cannon's doing that, where it's just doing the kill and it's not reporting it. We don't get a kill line, but the dual beam bank is. And there's a way to bypass the equip limit, which has been interesting. Okay, but let's go fleet dill here. Okay, everything needs EC. There we go. So if you're going in and contributing dilithium to a fleet, you are now getting 3 fleet credits per dilithium. The ratio was increased last year, Rick. So you'll see I'm contributing 4,500 dilithium here, and I'm going to get a bit more. Or did I have my numbers off there a little bit? The point is the ratio was increased last year. Yeah. I need to get some EC on this character. Do I have any in my account bank? Hope the future is not too bright. Oh no. Yeah, I surprisingly don't have much EC on me. I know, it's crazy. I gotta find what character has it. One of them. We're not going to talk about the overflow bag filled with Zenkethi party matter. I was doing one of the events on that character, just to farm the extra dilithium from the event. So I think I was just doing that patrol over and over. That was a long time ago, and I just forgot to clear it out. That's all it is, Galactic. Okay. Yeah, so much for working on vids. It's been more so just chatting, but you know, it's fine. Gonna get some projects filled on this fleet, get the next batch going. Just starting up or just working on a secondary fleet for the Fed Armada. Just gotta get the EC here. That's why the server is running like crap. Too much stuff in people's bags. Oh no. It's everything needs EC. My precious EC. Am I excited for making a self-destruct build? I look forward to trying it out tomorrow and seeing how it goes. I still remember, this was a long time ago, but there was a group that went like above ESD and DS9 with the old abandoned ship ability, and they were going in there and they go to the spawn point for where everyone's loading in, and they just blew up their ships, and it was just like a big chain of chaos. That was funny to see. Not good, you know, for the trolling aspect, but it was funny to see. So I'm gonna wait for this window to not show that, and let me see here. I guess you can see here, but yeah, you can see you're getting 3 fleet credits per dilithium now, plus your boost if you have a bonus pool active. So I do have a bonus pool active, and I am quickly approaching the 10 million cap on this character. And remember too, you can also contribute dilithium instead of duty officers to projects now, so if you want to do that, that is an option for you. There's a lot of upgrades on this fleet. Except on the colony. The poor colony is very slowly progressing. Sink that dilithium. I'm trying. Look, I got a lot of fleet vouchers to burn through, though, Jeremy. That's not the sort of dilithium you're hoping for me to burn here, but there's a little bit. Just another 8.8 million on this character. But yes, this is the way. Contribute your excess dilithium to your fleet and support the dilithium economy. Mr. KDW, this was a long time ago, so that's not really the reason. This is like early years of the game when that stuff happened. Okay, research Spire technology and Spire infrastructure. Slowly getting there. How do I have that many fleet vouchers? Just obtained them. Well, you can convert like your dilithium mining claims from lockboxes over to fleet deal vouchers. So each of those you convert is 2,500 fleet deal vouchers. So if you have a stack of 1,000, that is 2.5 million. Where would I get the boost for donations to fleets? The fleet credit bonus pools are from lockboxes. You can also acquire them off the exchange. There's also a version available in the rare tab of the Phoenix store. But generally going for the ones off the exchange, fleet credit, the fleet credit bonus pool, that is the way. I just generally pop a ton of those on characters right before I'm about to go in, do contributions, and then I'm getting an extra 20% fleet creds. If there's only 4 attack abilities on my ship, do I pick Chemosite Lace Weaponry or Fall for Cultural Conquest? If you also have Lurkatorp, I would still do Fire at Will for the Cultural Conquest, just because that is, that damage buff that you get from Cultural, that is impacting everything on your build. So that is 25%, but that can double up to a 50% buff if you hit a target that has applied a control or debuff or dot to you. You need dill for upgrades. I'm not like some people that can sell or buy it and has 10 mil to spare. Also extra zoomies for the comp engines, yes. Exactly. Kathy, thank you for the 5. Greatly appreciate it. Just catching up on chat here. Yeah, there's a lot of little things I'd like to see done with fleets that would be nice dill sinks. Yeah, this popped up on the conversation with Thomas back in like was it January or February? About having like the alternate versions of ships. I think that'd be cool. I need my my temporal intel Anorax. Let me spend a ton of money to get it from the fleet. Yeah. Okay, let's go. I didn't see what my endeavors actually are today. Repair hull space, disruptor damage ground. Let's get that disruptor damage ground done. So I will just put the... If you're a KDF aligned player, your fleet starbase has a really nice weapon here. It's not necessarily a top performer, but look, if you got a Klingon character, you should grab these things just for the immersive value of them. The Elite Fleet Disruptor Dual Sniper Rifles, they're not that expensive, but I mean, don't you want your captain running around with dual sniper rifles? It's awesome. And they're not that expensive if you just have to be KDF aligned. KDF or KDF aligned, you can get them from your fleet starbase. For Tiny Toons, they double as crutches. Special gold ship for 10 million dilithium. Oh no. A gold Vandy shield. I mean, really expensive, like whale tier Vandy shields from the fleet would be interesting. Yeah, I'm reminded of like over in World of Warships, people go crazy spending like the steel resource over there for like a steel themed skin for their ships. Like imagine like just a really shiny gold plated you know, Vandy shield you could get over here. Make it cost like a boatload. It'd probably make more sense to do that with GPL, but fleet creds would also be sufficient. The dual Federation rifles are a nice unrestricted alternative. Mark to Chief. That doesn't support the Dilexes much though.
Good.
We need a Spencer Vandy shield, says Dark Eddie in Discord. What would it look like? I don't know. Just make it look like a bowl of orange chicken or General So from like a Chinese restaurant. Why am I hitting the wrong buttons? There we go. Hopefully these sirens are not too loud. I can hear them approaching. Basically the Ferengi Vandy shield, but better. More gold. It's gotta have all the gold on it, okay? Logical as a gun. Yeah. I mean, I think cosmetic stuff like that. I mean, I think some of that stuff people will pay a premium for. I mean, we saw it with the Vandy shields before the dilithium Vandy shield stuff. People would spend hundreds of millions to get like a Section 31 or bottle Vandy shield before the dilithium versions came along. So yeah, I mean, some nice expensive Vandy shields is always cool. A Ferengi Vandy shield with 800% crit D. Oh no, don't say that, Dark Eddie. You have not seen enough jellyfish in Defense of Starbase 1? I'm sorry. Muwak, I don't remember. I just do To Hell with Honor each day because that is just so fast to do. I've got to repair hull space. That's going to be difficult. I need to destroy destructible torpedoes. I mean, we got a lot of people here. How many do we have on Twitch and YouTube? Twitch is 36 right now. How many are on YouTube? $107. There we go. Orange chicken Vanda Shield, orange with a rice-shaped... Oh, no. I already did my console daily. I think around 5 hours ago, I did my, I did a royal flush over on console. Okay, for this, let's do a crystalline catastrophe. That's a 10-player TFO. It doesn't, pop unless people queue up for it. It's not part of the random system. So let's do a crystalline advanced here, and that'll get my daily done. Am I still using the Iwani console? Yeah, that's still a best in slot for energy weapon builds, yes. Will my console account use the Impersa or the Noble? It'll be using the Impersa here when I get it in like a day or two. Actually, I think I just need one more day. I'll probably just keep it in the Impersa. Yeah, I normally do, but look, it's more of if I'm streaming and we got this many people here, why not get some TFOs going, right? That's my thought process. Martin, how's it going? Yeah, I mean, the only downside is apparently we're getting a little bit of snow here shortly, which is just ridiculous. What is the most effective way to farm dilithium as a new player? I mean, just play the game. Do TFOs. If you're, wondering how to do dilithium farming on a bunch of characters, then Admiralty, Doffing, like doing contraband turn-ins, if you have contraband, that is still a pretty good way to get some dilithium on characters each day. How bad is the Impersa Lance nerf? I would say the Impersa Lance, its performance is going to be substantially lower than it is right now. It's, we'll see when it drops, but I would expect it to be more in line with what we see from other lances, but with the potential for it to probably still hit a bit harder if you really build into it. You can sell marks from TFOs, yeah. Right in the reputation window, you can trade in your marks. I think you have to get up to what, like tier 5 to be able to do that, or can you do it before that? I don't remember. It's been so long. But you eventually get the ability to trade in your marks, and you can do that for dilithium. There be the pump. Shut it, no more snow. I mean, I hope not. I mean, if there is snow, it's warm enough that it'll melt. But, yeah. You got many? Yeah. It is nice to see just, a big fleet all grouped up together. It just is unfortunate this is not part of the random system, Oh, weapons, fire. There we go. You can even sell the rep item too? Yes, yes. The most effective way to farm dilithium is to have a lot of characters, and then you just find like some nice easy task that you can do on all of them, and just cycle through them. Like Admiralty works for a lot of people in that regard. Um, yeah. I wish. Need to be T5 in the rep. Okay, so I was remembering right that you have to be up developed with the reps before you can do that. Okay. Glad to remember I wasn't just misremembering. I wish there was some kind of raid like any other MMO where you'd be forced to play as a team. The issue is that when there has been content that is a bit harder, that people have to coordinate on, it generally doesn't get the best reception. Um, like, look at the recent Belly of the Beast TFO. Look at how many people were complaining about that at first. It's a TFO that required more than just go in, spam the space bar, do the deeps. Like you had to coordinate. You had to coordinate and work together. Galactic, one does not simply shield tank the crystalline entity. Oh no. Orphe, how's it going? If I could only get one ship from the bundle, what would it be? The Kamari. The Kamari right now is the only one that has like a meta impact, but that could change. The NP, the escort, the console off that, like if they, I haven't heard any update on this, but if the activation time on that was ever lowered from 2 seconds, that would be a really impactful console because that's 15% crit chance and severity, but right now it's just held back by that activation time. What if the rewards were actually good? The fact that you can just pick marks for any rep when I have 20,000 of them, who cares? So yeah, that's fair. That's a disadvantage to the approach Stowe has with like rewards from TFOs. Stowe's made it easy in that all of the rewards are just in the reputation system, which makes things much easier to access. But because of that, you're not getting that special reward from completing, X TFO. That is the disadvantage of that approach. Belly of the Beast is now part of the Elite Random key rotation. Dave, how's it going? Just use a mushroom. It's just coordination, yeah. I have a character bound ship upgrade token. If I put on my Nathan, when you apply one of those upgrades to a ship, it will upgrade all the copies of that ship on your account. You might, when you go to a different character, you might have to hit the upgrade button, but when you hit it, you'll see that it's free to upgrade because you already did the upgrade. You already paid for it. So, I showcased that a bit in the how to upgrade ships for like $5 video. I need to look at Science Captain Photonic Fleet ability. It has activation time, but it doesn't stop your weapons from firing. Colony Beach Defense? I don't even remember the last time I did that. You mean the Colony Invasion? It's normal only, so I legitimately do not remember the last time I even did this. Funny how, as a kid, you weren't nerdy enough to care about others' opinions about Shrek, but when you're nerdy enough about that was whole channel now, huh? Yeah. Give all lances and jugger rays Thaleron levels of charge time. Cheops? No, bad idea. Bad idea. Yeah, let's see. I don't remember the last time I did this TFO. Let's do it. Sure. Colony invasion. I don't even remember what this TFO is, to be perfectly honest with you. You can't claim any of your event ships on your Dominion toon. Sometimes with the Dominion characters, I mean, that seems a bit weird, but sometimes with the Dominion, you have to have like 20 hours of playtime before you can reclaim some stuff, so you might be blocked by that right now. Oh, wait, is there a different... Is this a TFO that has different KDF and Fed versions? Is that why you're saying Colony Beach Defense? Is that, if I go to Fed, is it a different one? Oh. Need to be level 62 plus? Okay, okay. Thank you for the clarifications. Thank you, boy. It's been a while since I looked at that stuff. Okay. Thought I was going crazy. Yeah, let me queue back up for it. Colony invasion, sure. There we go. I'm in the queue for colony invasion. We'll see how it goes. Bring back the salt vampires. I remember doing that TFO a bit. The map did not look good. It really did not, but it was interesting. But there were some people that very much liked that TFO. Yeah. The Corolla trait with Beam Overload or Fire at Will is like really, really good. And the console's also incredibly good. It's also made like broadsiding pretty good, so you know, if you have a ship that's 4-4, that's perfectly viable. I know 4-4 gets a bit of trash sometimes, a bit of heat, but it it is legitimately really, really quite good right now. Gotcha. Two more vet devs joining back at Cryptic. Did I miss some announcements? You got me looking at LinkedIn. Auduko, do you know who? I don't think this thing is gonna pop. Okay, let's see something else. This thing's not wanting to go. Yeah, Duco, can you post? Do you have any more info you can share on that? Like how recent are we talking? Oh, it popped for you? Realist, I did want to take you up on your offer. I completely forgot to actually like hit enter on the message the other day. Um, I don't know, the last couple days, just a lot of days are blending together for me, and I apologize. Appreciate the offer. Control input. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, but I'm definitely down for what you had messaged about. Just have to find a time that works for both of us. Yeah, it just hasn't been going for me. Okay, I'm gonna leave this queue and let's just do. Let's just do like a random elite, sure. Random elite. You guys can try to troll me and get me into like a Days of Doom or something. And it popped already. When are we gonna get Elite Operation Wolf? I don't know. Yeah, I feel like a Sunday would probably be best. Want to fight Elite Shuttles? Oh no. My hope is that I just got into Infected. I think that would be funny. I like it when I actually queue for randoms and it just puts me into Infected. The long wait has me hoping. Yeah, I just took a look at LinkedIn and I didn't see anything new. Hell yeah, look at that. We're back, right back in the #1 TFO. I don't think I've done this TFO enough in recent times. What do we do in this TFO chat?
Warning, ship is under attack.
Scanning the nanite transformer. Gun. Additional data is available.
I don't think I got my lance hit off. Nope. I was too slow on the lance hit.
The nanite probes can repair the transformers. Stop them.
This side went fast. Very fast. Okay, to the other side we go.
A probe is closing in on a transformer.
Yeah, I know that there were some devs repairing that I covered a couple weeks ago, but I wasn't sure if there was something new that I'd missed. You don't think you've ever seen this one before on my channel? I don't know what this TFO is. And that was basically without lance hits, so. Let me see. I want to see. Did that actually register? Let's ignore the just pile of infecteds over at the left. Yeah, there was no lance hits at all there because I was too slow at the start and I didn't get the second off at the end. But look at my top damage, critical puncture. The executor proc off the dual beam bank did 476k deeps for me. I don't know when that change goes live, Mox, but I would imagine in the very near future. Neverwinter's new executive producer. Yeah, I think I covered them returning. Um, like they were at Jack's studio as well, I believe, from when I covered that. Julia Spence is also back on Champions. Oh, Christian's back on Stoke. Very nice, nice. Yeah, I had some chats with Christian back in the day. Very nice. Lucky man, remember to pick up that lottery ticket? Oh no. No, that was I can't remember the name. It was one of the guys that did the engine stuff. I know who you're talking about. LinkedIn. Yeah, Travis. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, Travis did like the 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 EC stuff when you sell something on the exchange where it would you'll get the EC mailed to you now if it goes over the 2 billion cap. Yeah. It's it's been interesting. This year has really been just an interesting set of changes for the game for sure. Thus far. Let's see here. Let's pull the Kamari back out. I think I've still got like an isomag setup on this. There was a question in my Discord earlier. I already answered it, but I'll mention it here. I tested all of the consoles out from the old Andorian ships, and basically the only two that I found really to be worth anything was the what was it? The phaser dispersal array that gives you the wing cannon overload. That did pretty well. That's off one of the T5 ones, and then there was the gateway trap that did okay in some like hive runs, but really I'd say for most people the only old Andorian console to worry about would be the phaser dispersal array if you're using the wing cannons. If you're not using the wing cannons, I'm froze on Twitch. Am I? Refresh the page. Alan, how's it going? You got into a gateway of Grethor? Oh no. Indeed, Stanky. What do you use to change your ship like that in space? So if you open up your, just hit U to open up your window where you can see like your character, your gear, and all that. When you're on your ship at the bottom left of the window, there's a switch starship button. It looks like the last time I was in this, I was trying out some of the console set here at the Domino. I'm gonna just spoil that's not worth it. So I've got fleet power on. Let's get the subspace fracture tunneling field back on here. Let's get credence on the dilithium transporter. And DPRM. Yeah, we need DPRM. Need that survivability. Dynamic. I'm also going to drop the Yushan declaration. I haven't really been super impressed by its performance. Geist. There we go. I'll resave that. Let's do some more random space. Or random ground, whatever it puts us into. That instantly went, which is a little concerning. Or maybe I get another infected. That'd be really great. It's okay now, but you were running both streams? Gotcha. Yeah. A bug hunt. Here we go. We got a bug hunt here, so it's time for the ground deeps. There we go. You like the hole of death in this one? I don't have any of my ground batteries left anymore. I burned through them all.
Fire in the hole! Obstacle clear.
Unfortunate, Ginger. That's not good. I don't have like the best ground build on for this, but we'll go with it. I don't remember why I have ball lightning on, to be honest. Or not ball lightning, ball obelisk. Ball lightning's like really OP, so I understand why that's on. But the ball obelisk, I don't remember why I put that on. Rando resetting every 2-3 times. Gotcha. Is there a cap on marks? I don't remember. I feel like someone probably tried that on Tribble at some point with the console there, because you get the console over at the Drozana map. You can just infinitely reclaim like some materials. So
Fire in the hole! Area clear.
Personal shield losing power.
Scans show that we need to jump down this narrow fissure in the rock. Be careful. I don't know what's waiting for us at the bottom.
oops, you heard neuron activated. I don't have my game sound on right now, so I can't actually hear it. With my audio interface, I can have it so you guys can hear the sounds, but I don't. I basically have it set up for my microphone, Discord,
According to our
my
scans,
browser
there's a tunnel under
and
us.
the game
Give me a moment.
as separate
I'll clear a
channels.
path. Fire in the hole! Watch that first step.
OBS gameplay.
I think I can get us across. Cover me!
Now you got me listening. It's been a while.
Welcome to Pariah 3. I'm
Yeah,
Lieutenant
I can hear it. Yeah. Almost had ball lightning ready to go right there. Got a ball obelisk, which you could somewhat see. Bring back Thunder Punch Riker and have this guy voice him? Oh no. There we go.
You've killed the Spawn Mother, but we need to fall back so I can set off the charges and bring down the hive.
Okay.
Yeah! The Spawn Mother's down!
Tomorrow, last day to get the upgrade tokens, right? Yeah, so you've got basically just under 24 hours, or right around 24 hours to take advantage of the Phoenix event, yes. So, if you are wanting to stockpile up on the X upgrades from Phoenix, then this is really the best time to do so. You know, like I showed in the video I did last week, I've went crazy stockpiling. I am covered for a very long time. Did you just get ad breaked into another ad break? I hope not. I don't. All of the Twitch ads or whatever Twitch does, I've got everything set pretty low. You posted your build to the builds Discord and nobody has said anything yet? Terrible. How dare they? I think the most, back to how many marks you can have, the most marks I recall having at any point was like 300k of like Omega marks, but I mean, I'm approaching that fleet mark wise. Is selling upgrade tokens a good way to get ships, or are there the other established ways better? The other established ways are going to be better. The upgrades that you get from the Phoenix are bound to you. All the crafting materials. Okay. Need more fleet marks. And Give me some isomag coils. Did I get lucky? Nope, just one. Oh, no, you're fine. You're fine. Yeah, that's one of the downsides to going the Phoenix route to get the X upgrades is that they are bound to you, but I think the cost is so much cheaper with that 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 more than makes up for it. Like I showed I went crazy, got a few more with the start of the event. I'm at 91 right now. That'll keep me covered for a very long time, hopefully. Let me see here. Discord. Where'd you post it? Oh, you posted it in ship builds. I see it. I know we have a lot of channels in the builds Discord. I know it's a bit overwhelming, but I think it's good. It's good to have these specific sections for people to dive into things. The Dauntless 2. You gotta get this all the gold though, Galactic. Gotta have it all shiny. The Dauntless 2 though is a ship that I like. Like when I saw that in Prodigy, I knew I wanted to get one. And I mean in Stowe, it's fine. The recent buff to the trait's actually like pretty substantial. Like going in, fixing that issue where it could stack up forever was really good, but then buffing it, allowing it to stack to a point, and buffing it to also buff up exotic, that was huge. Yeah, it's a fun ship. This uses no console clickies. Terrible. Look, as a market player, I really like the uncon meta because that means, that means that more consoles are being sold. More expensive consoles, right? Vanguard trait got handled the right way. Yes, yes. Indeed, Phantom. There's lots of nice builds posted around there. I know Parrot's been posting a ton of EPG stuff recently. Is this using the recently buffed Vanguard trait? Doesn't look like it. I wonder if Parrot's got that. Someone please post a build for the Delkina. I mean, my plasma spam video from a while back still works. Thank you, Don. What's this about the Vanguard trait? The Vanguard trait was recently buffed up. So if you go look up Vanguard shield shaping, let me find it here. Vanguard shield shaping, 20% bonus hull damage with torpedoes and exotic damage abilities for 30 seconds, plus 25% forward shield capacity. And this is triggered by torpedo firing modes and exotic bridge officer abilities. So you can get that stacked up to 4 times now. So that, yeah, it's a pretty nice buff. You're talking up to 80% Cat 2 all damage for torpedoes and exotic. It's pretty substantial. Yeah. I mean, the infinite stacking was funny though, I will say, but it definitely needed to be addressed. Why is he using stuff like Thirst for Battle on EPG builds? Yeah, it's still a damage buff. Like Thirst for Battle is still a damage buff, and Like, that is all damage. So 40% increased damage for 15 seconds. Along with the movement buff. Like, even on EPG, that's still, you know, that damage buff is going to be helpful. Where, yeah, it's from the Dauntless too. It's a lockbox ship, which I foresee some people probably going for from this year's event campaign. It's certainly going to be a ship that I'll be pointing out like as a very good EPG or torp pick this year. The legendary battlecruiser bundle is just full of great traits. Indeed, Hyper. Prodigy Muds pack when? That'd be interesting. Protostar, Lamar, and Dauntless too. Mud Sail Wind, not soon enough. But remember, guys, if you're on PC, you know, we got a Zen sale live right now. It's up on Arc and Steam up until around this time tomorrow, I believe. And if you're over on Epic, it is up until the 11th. So if you're buying Zen, then this is the time to take advantage. Or if you want to, you know, get Zen stockpiled for the future for like a Muds bundle sale, or you know, Kale had said that there's going to be the 10th bundle back in the store, you know, sometime closer to summer. You know, if you want to get your Zen now, it's a great time to do so. Have I even spent 1 minute working on a vid during this stream? Nope, not at all, Warpcore. This has been more of just interacting and chatting, which is, you know, sometimes just what the people want. People want the chatting. People want the interaction. The casual gameplay. Speaking of which, let's do another random elite. I don't normally do random elites, but they're popping off today, so let's get another going here. That was instant. Give me another infected. Come on. Give me infected. You're getting a Lamar this year? I've got concepts. I've got concepts for the videos I wanna do, okay? You spent 300 euros on this Zen sale, now waiting for bundle sales. And hey, you know, I don't remember if I mentioned this yet, but if you're playing through the Epic Games Store, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it if you could use Epic creator code CasualSAB at checkout. The funds from that, they help me. They help with stuff like this. You see, I need a few more people to use Epic creator code CasualSAB so I can get the hangar bays and the F302s printed. Yeah. So use the creator code. Help the Daedalus. Help the Daedalus get built. Excelsior 2 is due too. I just wish the Excelsior 2. It's one of those consoles where I don't use it much nowadays because the 2-second activation time. Look, I know there's like animations and stuff, but the activation time just, it's too disruptive. Like, the console has to be like crazy for me to be willing to use it with a 2-second activation time nowadays. Donate filament.
The invasion of Kronos has begun.
Gateway to Grethor. Oh, this isn't the Universal anymore. Damn, missed it by like an hour. Pretty sure it's 1 second. Is it 1 second? I could have sworn there was like an activation time. Jeremy, that is a great idea. Thank you. Let's get a feedback thread on the forums for that. Or the forums, the Discord. Feedback. Consoles with 2-second activation times. I'll finish typing that when we are out of this here. Major Marks, make that ship go away. Bridger, thank you for the 50, man. Greatly appreciate it. Or even just over a second, yeah. Yeah, like one of them here, so
Herald reinforcements are inbound.
the Wing Cannon Overload was a console that I was surprised about, like, when testing it. Like, the performance of it's really good, but it's got like a 2-second charge up time or something like that, which stopped my weapons firing and infected.
Shipyard is secure.
I'm gonna mute my game audio again. Bridger, thank you. Helping make the Daedalus a reality. Wish the wing torpedoes were better, yeah. I am like flying behind the ship there. Yeah.
The troop trans. Shipyard troop transports are beginning their run to the planet.
Okay, focus on the radiation portals. Okay, that one's getting closed. Did you guys know the cannons need to be, that the enemies have to be in front of you for the cannons to work? I seem to have forgot that. Is the Trafalgar worth getting for the Spirit of Sacrifice console? I think it's really good, but the issue with the Spirit of Sacrifice console is that as soon as you do go for it, you're sort of locked into it. Because if you're like fully going with Spirit of Sacrifice, you're going to reroll your skill tree to drop the points of long-range targeting sensors, and that pretty much will just always put you in a position of you're going to just always have that on. I'm like, why am I not... I'm getting hit by abilities. I don't like this. How dare the enemies use abilities? Close the portal. Oh, no, I'm closing the wrong one. The radiations are the priority here.
Shipyard troop transports are beginning their run to the planet.
Yeah, I mean, Spirit of Sacrifice is, like, really good. It's just that downside of if you go for it, you gotta, like, fully... You're fully committing to it.
Shipyard troop transports are beginning their run to the planet.
4 shields failing.
Close radiation gateway. Sounds like they should give us an extra console slot soon. Oh no. I mean, I can always use more console and trade slots. I was saying it before. Need more Starship trade slots to keep up with all the new additions. Oh no.
Warning. Ship
Protect the ships. Okay, they got that. I'm gonna go back over here. X3. Yeah, I mean, just sell us more slots at the fleet.
Beginning their run to the planet.
Let us pay like an insane amount to get up to 10 Starship trade slots, Jeremy.
4 shields.
Think of all the fleet creds into lithium you could charge. I don't know, but I am running into an issue of, at this point, of, like, we have, like, 7 really strong traits, so we're just at that point where anything new that comes out has to be, like, incredibly strong to compete with, like, the existing top options, you know? I mean, that's how it always... you eventually always get to that point, but we're definitely at that point right now where it's hard for new things to compete for some builds.
Shipyard troop transports are beginning
Why stop at 10? Look, I like power creep, okay? That's not really a secret, but I don't want to go too crazy. They got the clicky, okay. Unless you nerf older traits. Oh, leave my ruin alone. XXX tokens have a different meaning where I'm from. Yeah, but you're from Florida.
Shipyard troop transports are beginning
Yeah, it would
their
help
run
the
to
OCD
fight.
having 10, you know? It would be power creep though. More slots let you experiment and add some unique flavor ones, yeah. I need to focus more on where I'm pointing my ship. Did target enemy near for I haven't used that in a while.
Shipyard troop
I
transports
didn't
are
even
beginning
I'm
their
I'm
run
looking
to
over
the
at my
fight.
chat and not paying attention to my HP. Oh no. Look, you guys are getting some peak casual gameplay here. This is distracted Stowe. There's a few older keybinds that I do certainly miss. Like some of the old crafting ones were quite handy.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
This doesn't matter. We're not getting any more ships through in this time. But I'll try to close it.
A Herald Dreadnought has entered the system.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
Was way far back. This is where we need the Impersa Lance. Get some Impersas in here, just one tapping this thing. There we go. Up one more ship. More fleet marks to add to the pile. Okay, let's get that. Get that thread going. Yep, I'm on it. Okay, let's get this thread started though. So consoles with 1 second or greater activation time. Hosting for I mean, if you're using like a base photon, you're already going into it knowing it's not going to be like, good damage wise. It's more for proccing things. I think if it took 2 mod slots to get that, I mean, personally, I think I would be fine with that. Did I lose Twitch? Rest Jeremy. Okay. Let's get a list of consoles here. I'll get Credence posted, and then I'm going to I'll put the link in so you guys can post your stuff as well. And I'll get everything put up into the main thread. Yeah, it blinked out on my my chat window. So chat. Let's get the actual like activation time here. So that is the lithium transporter. I'm just gonna get it started here, and then we can get other stuff dropped in. Gear. Systems. There we go. Post. Okay, I'll copy the message link, and you guys, those of you that are on the Discord that want to start chipping in some consoles there, I'll get them put into the main post. But I got the thread started, and we'll get that updated as more stuff is put in there. Yeah, I think the big thing with like the 360 photon, I think people want that for making it easier to use like ETM. Yeah, it would be just to trigger other stuff, yeah. Okay, so if you guys want to post feed, like add any consoles to that thread, I'm gonna relink that in some other places. I want a rear weapon for a torpedo build without mines. Ooh, that's a good point too. I didn't even think of that. If you're doing because if you're doing a torp build right now, the meta is generally to go with like with mines. But yeah, I mean, if there was 360-degree torps you could put aft, that would be interesting as well. Yep, thank you. I've dropped it into like the builds Discord also, so people can get stuff in, and I'll go through later on and get some more stuff posted. Because there's definitely like the overload thing here from the Kamari. Oh yeah, Tachyon Netrons is a good one too. That just got posted. What is the name of this here? Overcharge. Wing cannon overload. Yeah, so it's a half-second activation time, but it's got a 2-second charge-up time. That add to the main post. Yeah, I'm just gonna get this here while I'm right here. Wing cannon overload. And what is the actual name? Because some of these have a different name for the clicky and then the name of the console. So yeah. Okay, Marked Chief's got a few in there. I just added Tachyon Netrons to the main post, but also yeah, the phaser dispersal array. That's like the only T5 Andorian console that I found was doing anything, and it's got a 2-second charge up time that blocks your weapons from firing. Yeah, Mark the Chief has it in there. Well, we'll get more stuff posted in there throughout the day. Why not use missiles for rear weapons on torp builds? Just not really that effective. The mines also have the benefit of being able to stack really well with what is it? RPM resonating payload modification. So resonating payload modification has a stack limit of 5, but if you're using mines, they are a separate entity, so they can apply their own stacks and they can allow you to bypass the 5 stack limit. So with a bunch of mines stacked up that you relocate on top of a big target, you might be able to get up to like 50, 60 stacks of resonating payload modification. Like that's why we were using mines on high-end torp builds a couple years ago. Yeah, I mean mines. I dropped my feedback on the video I did the other day, but I think one of the big issues for mines is that a lot of the buffs out there are either for torps or for mines. We need more stuff that is impacting both of them at the same time. Yeah, I mean, I would say include. I'm gonna just change the title of that to abilities / consoles with over 1 second activation time. There we go. Would we use mines if we made a starship trait that is activating mine power and alpha also grants torp spread? Yeah. I think beta is the one that's generally used a bit more when it comes to mines, but I don't think it really matters that much. I would say too, Jeremy, the mine firing modes, I talked to Krine about this when it first came out, but the cultural conquest trait off of the World Razor is really popular for a lot of endgame builds right now. Let me pull it up here. Yeah, cultural conquest. Whenever you hit a firing mode, it gives a damage buff. But one of the things is, the mine firing modes are not counting as firing modes for this. So I mean, if that interaction was fixed, that'd probably get a few more people to at least use a mine ability on their build. Target, thank you for the casual membership. Maybe I'll clarify that yeah. I do think that's generally what the current perception is, but I will add that specifically in there. With longer activation times that are disruptive in gameplay. Let me drag this down so you guys can see. Abilities are preventing. There we go. Yeah, Intel team. Intel team was the only team ability not changed when the team stuff got changed a while back. Dan, thank you for the bits. Appreciate it. Yeah, I think the exact discussion I had with Krine at the time was I was like, the mine firing modes are not triggering the cultural conquest trait, and then I think Christian came back and said the mine firing modes are not firing modes, and I'm just like, what? I think that was like my response. Sphinx, thank you for the bits. Yeah, cultural just uses dummy procs. Yeah, that's true, but that would, you know, maybe at some point people might decide to play with that. I think mines, you don't see them included as much on some of the traits out there. Like, I wonder, does eclectic have any interaction with mines, or is that like just overall kinetic? Like, I'm not saying necessarily that some of these traits need to be better, but I mean, one of the issues for mines is just the fact that there's traits like cultural, eclectic that just don't even work with them, right? Because I don't. This only says torpedoes. There's nothing here for mines. Like, the people have been doing mixed builds with, with eclectic being a thing. I would say just, yeah, one of the things that's just definitely not helping mines is just the lack of inclusion on various traits over the years. I don't have Merrick worker on this ship, but okay, mixed armaments is at least including mines. Tort builds are really... Tort builds can be effective, but they're definitely niche. They're not something for everyone to do. The Black Ops mines, yeah, those are fun. Yeah, but that was addressed. A lot of that was addressed with the entity cap issue. Like, I remember taking in... I think that you can still get enough entities onto a map to cause that sort of issue, but I think there was a bit of work done to address that. Because I remember going in doing some testing not too long ago with my Rampart. Do I still have it out here? This is why I nowadays just name the ships what they are, because it's so much easier to find. Here we go, the real Tort meta. What even is this build? Oh, this was definitely being used for some storage here. Yeah, so mine-wise, we were using... Yeah, I know Thoron and Biomolecular were both popular. Oh, we were trying to try Cobalt, but yeah, Black Ops was also pretty popular. Let's see here. I'm gonna just go into the start of an infected quick and just spam some mines out and just see what happens. I'm not gonna engage, I just want to see if I can get any despawn going. Yeah. Well, it's because you have to get anything out of the mines, you just have to build them up in a safe spot and then use relocate mines to drop them all out on the enemies. I know Nick has been complaining about this a bit with Torps recently, but one of the issues I think for Torps and mines, and I think we would see them become quite powerful if they work differently, but when you hit Torp spread or a mine pattern, you're only buffing up one weapon for like one shot. And for mines especially, I think that that is a limitation for them, because you need to be able to get a lot of mines out very quickly. And if you're only able to get one mine firing mode out every 15 seconds, that is only giving you, you know, one buffed up set of mines. That is an issue. If it buffed up all of the mines you launched for like 10 seconds to let you get a bunch out, that would probably help, but that would contribute to the issues for sure. Dan, thank you for the bits. Nick really wants torpedoes to I'm not spamming these out like I should be. I'm just gonna sit here and just keep spamming these to see if I can get enough out. But yeah, Nick wants it to be where you hit like a torp spreader high yield, and then it gives you every torp fired for like 10 seconds be a torp spreader high yield. That's what Nick wants, but that would be a bit OP, I think. Yeah, well, relocate mines will... I did not achieve despawn, but I did manage to... I just did not expect that to happen. Okay. I don't remember that happening before. Let's try that again. Yeah, I thought the self-destruct was tomorrow. Well, we got the self-destruct a little bit early. Working as intended, try and despawn the map and you died. Let me... Oh, is that because I had the Tricobalt on? Oh, I wonder... Blade... Or Black Ops. I don't know why I was thinking Blade there. The Borg changed their mind. They don't want to assimilate us. Working as intended, try and despawn the map and you die. That was funny. I think that was because that was the Tricobalt torp or mine.
The situation is grim. All attempts to hail the starbase have failed. We must...
Yeah, the blackout mines are good, for sure. Yeah, that be what just happened. We have self-destructed them. I don't think I'm going to get enough mines out with this build to despawn. Blackout and Blade, yes.
Scanning the nanite transformer. Done. Additional data.
Yeah, I think I'm not going to get enough out here to get the despawn we were looking for.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
I can still see all the enemies. It's fine. The Rallis is fine. It's not the best, but it's, you know, any ship can do well, and the Rallis is certainly on the upper side of Psi ships. You're missing out on the hangar bay, but it's still really effective. Yeah, I think it's safe to say I'm not going to get the despawn here. Yeah, I know Gibbs, he had a build where he was getting boatloads of entities in the map and he could do it solo, but I don't have that build here on this character. Yeah. It was worth trying to see if I could, though. There was definitely a time where this ship on its own would cause issues, but it's not doing that anymore, which is good. This is a really old build. Really old. What are good frigate pets, if any? The best frigate pets that I'm aware of are the Romulan drone ships, but those are locked to just a couple Romulan ships. So outside of that, like for other carriers, I think you're going to be better off using like the Type 7s, the Valors, the Valks, the normal Todouche fighter squadrons. Yeah, that's Gibbs' build. Gibbs is the one that posted it. It's good. Okay, let's do another random elite here. I have no idea, Space. I haven't heard any updates on the Type 7s. Odin like Torps, yeah. Yeah, I think the 16th bundle, it's got some good looking ships in it for sure. The ships all perform really well. Oh, look at that. Beautiful.
The situation is grim.
Warning. Ship
Yeah, Odin, he is, I mean, he's still around, not in Stowe, but, he's still, like, doing YouTube, just not for the same stuff.
warning. Ship is under attack.
Indeed.
Scanning the nanite transformer. Gun. Additional data available.
Go.
The nanite probe can repair the transformer.
Gotta get that broadside in. And just think, there are still people saying 4-4 is not viable. That's not true, guys. 4-4 is perfectly viable. You can, even 3-3, 3-5, everything is viable right now. The idea that 4-4 is not capable is very much an inaccurate, outdated assessment. Three works. I mean, the Arc Rail's 3-3. I was getting some really good results with that. Beautiful. There be the NV. NV with a Rainbow fire at will setup. I really do find it funny that Rainbow's like legitimately the meta right now for energy weapons. That's so ironic, given how much flack Rainbow setups got for most of Stowe's life. And now, because of Twinkling Lights, Rainbow is the way. Hell, let's go 0-8 and really farm those unrestrict the Omnis tiers. Stu 1701 angrily left the chat. Oh no. Yeah, the Verne's 3-3. I mean, for science builds, it doesn't matter as much because you're not really as weapons focused most of the time. Bored. I like that comment. Really farm those unrestrict the Omnis tiers. Dude, that's the sort of controversial comment that is going to, or like that would really boost the engagement on a video. That's funny as hell. I'm taking this comment to Reddit. Good luck and have fun. Oh no. Selling Omnis for Dill is also a Dill sync idea? Oh no. Somebody's gonna screen cap it and use me for rage bait. Full Omni Dream. There was a bug a long time ago that allowed like a full Omni setup, and I mean, I did it just for the meme. It was interesting, but it didn't really do much. Yeah, I mean, if you're still doing plasma, I mean, plasma with complex is still perfectly viable. Do I have any turret recommendations if I want to do a full turret build? I would do just a rainbow Skittles setup. So just pick one of each flavor and just toss it on. Taste the rainbow, indeed. Now, we don't need a different color Tetron. We just need a good Tetron. There's like no good Tetrons is like the one of the issues right now. Tetrons, the support for Tetron's really bad, in my opinion. I would say it's the weakest of the types right now. Yeah, I mean there are some rep turrets like on the if I go back to my Impersa, I'm definitely not taking advantage of any broken interactions or broken things with the executor stuff right now. Definitely not taking advantage of anything, but I do have the heavy biomolecular Tetron turret on. Yeah, I don't want like 8 omnis on a build. That's not what I want. For me, I would like to be able to run multiple set omnis. Like I can run multiple set turrets, but I can't run with how it's set up right now. I got the one set omni and then I can do like a crafted or a lockbox. And the issue is most people are going to slot Pavin because it's just so far above every other set omni that if I want to go in and do, say, the Tholian set here, that's got an Omni in it. If I wanted to do that, I'd have to drop the Pavin, and it's just not going to do as well. But if I could run both side by side, I certainly would. Start looking into unifying Omni restrictions so that it's any two instead of the current per category type, which is poorly explained. It's complex, but it might be plausible. That'd be amazing, Jeremy. That would be amazing. And if you can do that, and if you could also find a way to get a third, but like put the third behind like a really expensive dill unlock, just think of all the dilithium you would drain. I know one time dill purchases, are not always the most impactful, but imagine if it was like spend. It doesn't have to necessarily be dilithium, but if it was spend 1 million fleet credits and like 500,000 dill, and you can get a third Omni slot. If it was per ship, then maybe. Pavin is as big an imbalance problem as Type 7s. Yeah, they're aware. Ethereum Omni and Bowel Omni. Yeah, I saw some of the feedback about that. 500,000 deal to upgrade any shift to 5.5 or 6.4. No. Nah, but that is good news though, Jeremy. In general about the Omni restrictions, like be a lot of very happy people if that is possible. Nerf everything. One would spend 2 mil dill to get your dill destructor back. Oh no. Bring back crew. Yeah, all good. Hopefully whoever is like getting the Reddit post ready includes that disclaimer. Nerf everything, reset the game back to 2014 standards. Ryokan terrible. Okay, let's do another random. Let's see, can I get infected again? Join the random, it's instant. Here we go. Legendary Vern. Sorry, I'm just looking at spam calls. They've been really bad recently. Nick, get out of here. Can I get infected again? Spencer 2026. Where'd the pop go? Oh, I already hit it. I don't, I've thought about that. I don't know how Stowe Classic would go. I mean, I think, the PvP crowd would probably be happy, but I just don't know if there's enough of them around anymore. Hello? Thank you. Oh, we got ground. Minor instability.
Greetings.
Oh, no.
Welcome to the Federation mining camp. We've been working with...
Don't show him all the wall jumping skips. I think they're probably, like, I think Jeremy and, like, people on the dev team are probably aware of some of that stuff. It's all about return on investment. Yeah, I don't think that's much news about the jumping over walls.
Romulans are attacking from the south!
You got infected? I feel like that would be one of the bigger issues for Stowe specifically, for like a Stowe Classic. One of the big things with the game is, being able to fly around in all these ship models, and a Stowe Classic isn't going to have, like, if it's just 2014 Stowe or whatever, it's not going to have all of the, all the ships, all the modern art. But that's a big thing for the game. Well, the ships just in general wouldn't be there, right? So...
Romulans are attacking from the west!
Yeah. It's just... Every time I've, like, seen a discussion for it, it's like...
From the west.
I just don't... I personally just don't see much value to it. But, I mean, like I said, maybe PvP. I just don't know how many of them are still around and interested in that. That's a part of the community that I stepped away from a long time ago. Delta expansion pack becomes the only C-store option.
Romulans are attacking from the south!
I really don't even know, Jeremy, to be honest. Like, there was always issues of some sort with PvP. Like, the entire time I did it, there was always something.
Romulans are attacking from the south.
And I think in general, Stowe is just too casual of a game for that sort of serious focus. Stowe Classic would not include Foundry, yeah. I think that would probably be the only way I could really see like the casual appeal would be if it was the classic version included Foundry, but if it didn't, then yeah, you'd be looking at like PvP as the main incentive, and I think a classic, you mentioning it, I think a classic would have to include like Foundry, but I think that'd be too much chaos, too much work. Yeah. Have at it, Oopsie. Let's see, how bad can I jump here today? Let me get the cat out here. No. This is the spot, right? It's been so long since I've done this crap. Oh, it's right here. As I miss the jump over and over. You know, I am sometimes just really terrible with platformers, and today is one of those days. I'm not getting over the second one. That's fine. Oh, I gotta hit the... Oh, it's already been hit. I mean, there's consoles in here, so if you jump over, you can hit the console to speed it up, right? Yeah. I think I'd rather just see... I'd rather see development time go into working on like revamping like Adventure Zones or coming up with new content rather than, you know, trying to do classic stuff. I think like a higher difficulty battle zone would also be cool. Because that's one of the issues with the battle zones is like they're all level 50, so there's not really any challenge for endgame people. Hit the console. Must protect the engineer.
The drill is in a critical state, but I need to shut down some sub-consoles first.
Yeah, Defara backup. Like Defara definitely is,
Protect me while I shut
you know, is quite old. Could certainly use with some updates. Look, Jeremy, you want me to pronounce things correctly? Like, Sagan, right? Right? Now, sometimes it's bad. Like, I mispronounce things quite a bit, and I've had some videos that I've been working on, where I will screw up
Shut down the subconsole.
what I'm trying to say badly enough where I'll even go in and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just delete that and re-record that. John's droopy.
The drill is
Okay,
possibly
Defura.
shut down.
Defura. Okay, I'm
Need to
sorry.
shut down another subconsole.
Look, I don't know what's wrong with me. Might be my rural Iowan education. I don't know.
Protect me while I shut down this
Cool Whip?
subconsole.
Look, it's not a CasualSAB stream or video without some sort of mispronunciation. Look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just how I am. Worst infected you've been in a while. It really is terrible.
I shut down the subconsole.
Yeah, I know. I've never been there. It's Riverside, Iowa, right? I've never been there.
The drill is nearly shut down. One more subconsole should do it.
Enemies still spawning in over here? Terrible. They almost had a tornado recently.
Protect me while I shut down this subconsole.
Yeah, it's that fun time of the year. How many people would play those battle zones against more difficult mobs? I think if the rewards were there. I think if there's content that has like unique special rewards to it, like that's one of the keys of. I know that like the reputation system is set up in a different way to make it so everything is super accessible, but if there was, say,
The drill is now
like battle zones where doing this and completing it, gave you a chance to get like some special piece of gear or something, I think that would really incentivize people to go in and do it. It could even just be like, you get like special crafting materials or something. I think people would be into that. There just has to be like a reason to do it. And for a lot of people that, they don't really feel a reason to go in and do the current battle zones once they've got stuff done, because just there's no challenge to them. You're not really seeing the reward for your time. Accolades too, you like chasing fake points, but accolades aren't repeatable. Yeah. Yeah, accolades aren't repeatable is the thing. So I mean, if it was like a new, let's say there was a new advanced console, and the only way you could get the components for it was by doing that battle zone, I think that'd be cool. But the issue is like with the original crafting, the advanced console components, they ended up being too easy to get. You were able to get a massive amount of them from the R&D packs, which, I mean, I get it. They sell those in the store. But also, like, when they added them to the random elite system, it really blew up. And the issue for those is, over time, we saw the advanced consoles, lose some value. The isomags are really the only ones that have held up value-wise. I don't know. I don't know if new consoles would be the way to go. Like if it was some special weapon you could craft, or I think there's things that could go in the crafting system that would, be desirable, but I don't know if consoles would be the way to go if it was like more than just one. I just don't know how much room there is for like a new isomag style console. Like if there was a new crafted console for us to go for, I think if it was just like you can only have one of these on a build. New fancy batteries, yeah. That would be consumable, so reason to go in and keep doing it. I mean, there is the advanced batteries that they put in, but the materials for those drop like crazy. Muak, not really. I mean, the torps are still using like exploiters or locators. We were joking around about the like T6 X3 before, but what if X3 didn't just require like more X upgrades? What if there was like some sort of content you had to do to get it for your ship? Like if there was harder battle zones, like what if there was you need to complete this battle zone to get the part you need to upgrade your ship further. I don't know. That's stuff definitely to brainstorm about. I think the key is though, if they do more crafting stuff, like especially if it's meant to be like an incentive to do a certain piece of content, is making sure that content is the only way to get it. Because if there's like some new crafting thing that comes out and the parts to put it together can be acquired, just directly from like R&D packs, like that wouldn't be an incentive for people to go and do new content long term, because the R&D supply is just, it goes crazy whenever there's a promo pack event. I think to unlock T6X4 you should have to run Days of Doom 33 times. What do you think? And that was for you. Days is not hard, it just sucks to do. Terrible, Tubby. Terrible. We need elite batteries or casual batteries? Oh no. Dom, how's it going? Keeps trying to pull Spence into Birdcage and failing. I'm sorry. I'm gonna queue for another. Yeah, you missed a little bit. How's the thread going? I see Game Freaks hasn't seen the thread yet about activation times and like charge up times, because I'm waiting for Game Freaks to see that and toss in the Thaleron Pulse 12-second charge up time. How's the Lance? Nothing's changed with the Lance quite yet. The patch that'll change that hasn't dropped yet. Bigger question, why the Lance? I don't know.
We have located a high priority target for
We're in Birdcage. You got it. Yeah, you're not going to be getting 8mm hits out of the Lance after the changes go live. I don't know how many more million shots we'll even see. Because I mean, just taking away the ability for it to crit is going to be, you know, an enormous hit for it.
Wait a second. That's the Inquisitor.
We've been made. Time to go in.
I hit that too far away.
Initiate lockdown protocols. Alert wardens.
Yeah.
The doors will be locked throughout the prison. Use the
Yeah, I'll be live
We're in.
shortly after the game after the game comes back up, and I'll be playing around with the Sovereign.
Yet unexpectedly fortunate for me. Wake Gemini Squad and have them meet me in my lab.
This door will take us towards C, general population. Watch out! They're beaming in exopods! Once we get this door open, get ready for a fight.
I've done this on Elite before, but it's been a little bit.
And the upper levels. Target the force field controls to drop the field.
5 minutes till Artemis 2 breaks Apollo record. Nice.
Once we get inside the control center, we can shut down the force field from the upper levels. Then we can head upstairs and access the prisoner database in the control center to locate Dr. Crusher. There's the main force field system. Use them to turn off the field for the control center. Damn, they locked us out from above. We need to improvise. Knock out power to this wall at that console. Computers.
Yeah, it's awesome that we're getting it, and especially getting it for free. Like, that is just... It really is amazing.
Nothing like a little prison riot to distract the guards while we work. Let's get upstairs to the command center on level 2.
This is the warden.
You're waiting for the self-destruct resurrect combo. Yeah, I mean, someone's gonna do it. I'll try it out on stream tomorrow. Gotta rescue all the prisoners. I gotta chat with them. You died, but then you lived. We gotta talk to the prisoners. Yeah, Dan, that'd be cool.
I need you ready to override any lockout security throws my way.
Do we have 5 more to rescue. Do we have everyone from here?
Override the security lockout from the console. Good job. I'm back in.
Steel, how's it going? Yeah, Jeremy, I saw the part of it also mentioned that it's a toggle, right? So you can turn it off. So my thought process on it is, you know, just try to use it for like 28 seconds, then turn it off to get the bust from it. But then just imagine the troll aspect of if you forget to shut it off. Oh no. Oh, you cannot manually deactivate it. Okay.
Got it. Season 14. Isolation. Let's go.
Okay, that changes things. Okay.
Be prepared for anything.
242 upgrade tokens. Jeez. Thank you for supporting the dilithium economy. We greatly appreciate your sacrifice. Yeah, the I think the blog had wording that implied that is where the confusion came from. We got a Zen sale on PC, like right alongside, or you know, right around the time the bundle drops. So I would hope it'd be similar for console.
That's our set. Let's get it open and get her out of here. Dr. Crusher, let's go.
In up. Get me to data storage in Ward E, and I'll do the rest.
Is that absolutely necessary?
I'm just such a casual player, Jeremy.
Yes, I need
I
that
know.
data. It's worth the
It's just remembering to hit it, and sometimes
Very well.
I just forget.
Let's get the doctor some precious data.
It is a casual mistake, though. Should be aiming. Okay, we got those rescued.
Have a change of heart, Inquisitor? It's not like you to commit treason.
Emperors change, but my loyalty to the Empire does not.
Spencer has no aim? I don't appreciate the level of toxicity you're displaying, Logical.
More exocom streaming in.
Look, sometimes I really do just play casually.
Contact, right!
You're not so tough now that we're up close and personal. That.
There's the main database console. Inquisitor, you're with me.
Come on, give me ball lightning right now. There we go. Goodbye.
Extend the bridges to the data storage box. I'll call out where the data fragments are. Once you acquire a data fragment, bring it back to me. Once I have
Terrible
all the
Logical.
fragments, they'll cut my access to the databases. Here's the first data set. Data Vault 4, go! Pick Data Vault 3. Data vault
No,
2.
it's the green arrows are here. I'll go here first.
You've collected a data fragment. Bring it back to me.
Look, my aim in Battlefield was wonderful, okay? Is the hidden data a random occurrence? I really don't remember.
You've collected a data fragment. Bring it back to me. First data set complete. Here's the second set. Hit Data Vault 3. Data Vault 2. Now. Data Vault 5.
Gotta get all of the data. Look, I'm just a casual player. What do you want me to say? I would just focus on other ones. I don't know when, you know, the Partners in Crime stuff will be added to Infinity.
Second data set complete.
You know, it's
Here's the last of them.
it's been over a year, so hopefully not too long.
Data Vault 2. Now. Data Vault 4. Go. You've collected a data fragment. Bring it back to me. Data fragments received and assembled. It's all ours.
You heard the doctor. We're done here. Let's go.
One last thing, and done.
Yeah, eventually.
What have you done?
Why are you sick? We cross.
I left a parting.
Hopefully.
Necessary, doctor.
I must search. The backups. Oh God! Mother of the Emperor or not, I'll kill you for this!
I mean, there's just a few weapons with them. The equip limit can be bypassed. The dual beam bank is reporting when it works, when it procs, but the dual heavy cannon doesn't. And to be honest, I'd rather have it not be reported because the amount of damage it does against some enemies is a bit. Yeah, it's also the equip limit can be bypassed. So I've got a Mark 15 epic one, an upgraded one, and then a non-upgraded. So you can bypass the equip limit for all three of the items. The dual beam bank, the dual heavy cannon, and the torpedo. You can run... Basically, if you take the upgraded version of the weapon and you put it on a different ship, you gain the ability to reclaim an unupgraded version, and then you can run both at the same time.
Terrorists. You won't get away that easily.
Yeah. And then the dual heavy cannon is proccing, it just doesn't get reported. And then the dual beam bank, it does show up in the combat log, which has been a little bit problematic for the amount of damage it does. Because it's doing like 14.5 mil hits against like Transformers. Which, I mean, that's not an issue for you guys. That's more of like a third, like the third-party parser issue. Yeah, the kill effect is showing. Is it I mean, for like infected especially, it takes some time for it to load up the new instances, yeah. Oh, we gotta get Moopsy out here. Yeah, Moopsy, get going. Also, the torpedo, like, the scaling on it seemed a bit underwhelming. The only issue, though, is that if there's a way to still have the kill be reported, that would be beneficial, but obviously without the damage being shown. Because, yeah, it's been very cheesy. So, like, this was an infected runner earlier on the stream. Yeah, where you can see it's showing the kill. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be appreciated. That'd make things a bit easier. Enraged, how's it going? Ground fall build. Hey, I was talking about this earlier, but it was sort of done as an April Fool's, but also just to expose a like a DPS issue. But there is a ground record that is higher than most of the current space records. In NTTE, the folks from Stowe League put up an 8 million DPS run, and basically it's because the entity is actually on the map ahead of time, so they were like stacking up ball lightning damage to it before activating the console. It was just some fun cheese. It doesn't like matter for gameplay, but it was funny. It was funny to see like that be their like April Fool's thing, sort of, in a way, outdoing most of the space records. Yeah, I can forward this to you. Like, I'll forward the full breakdown to you. Let me find you here. I like that Discord has like a back function now. Yeah. Then the rest is just how they're filtering it out, so I'll leave that out. But yeah, that's the explanation of what they did, and I guess I'll forward the numbers too. Yeah, basically. Like it's not like an issue that's really impacting anything other than the DPS parsers, and we can filter it out, but it's an interesting bug, or like an interesting thing there. It just the things people find, right? Was it recorded? I have not seen a video for it. Yeah, I have not seen a video for it, but I'll have to reach out and see if they do have one. Sending Spencer epic rewards. Kyle, I appreciate it. Yeah, like I said before, you know, everyone that uses the Epic creator code CasualSAB when they're buying Zen via Epic, only buy Zen via Epic if you have a linked account or you natively play through Epic. Not only are you helping me, you know, get some more Zen, but you're helping build out the data list here. This is a fair bit of filament See, it doesn't have the hangers yet. At least not fully completed. Still a bit more work to do on it. And some reprints because some of the engine parts I tried to print the other day. I'll have to go a bit bigger here. There was a layer shift. How well is that going to show? This camera resolution sucks, but you can see the layer shift there a little bit. Where do I have a light? I need more light. This one's a bit more apparent. There's a layer shift on this set of pieces here, so this is like some of the engines for the back. So layer shift there is a bit unfortunate, especially given how long it took to get that print done. You haven't seen this in Star Trek? Terrible. Appreciate it. Some people want Star Destroyers, and so you want the Gould chips. Yeah, the Epic Creator Code works for anything through Epic, whether it be like a full game or whatever. Oh boy, what's this ping? Oh, it's some good news. Yep, they beat the record. Like you guys were mentioning, they are now the farthest any human has ever traveled, reaching a maximum distance of 252,752 miles from Earth. That's awesome. Fill it with epoxy, sand, and prime, and no one will notice the dent. Yeah. Bio. How's it going? I am here to mispronounce every single name possible. You guys know how it is. Having lunch? Nice. That was the best one so far. The best pronunciation of your name. Hey, I haven't even read the blog yet for like a news video. I still have to do one for the Impersonal Lance update. I gotta say your name fully in there. Spectral, thank you for the raid. Hope you had a good stream. Okay, Mayo, tell me if I'm doing it right. Mayo Uribe. Is that right? If it is right, don't worry. I'll still find a way to mispronounce it in the video. Good, good. Yeah, Darthon was working on some like crazy high HP builds. Like, we've had a lot of DPS power creep over the years, but we've also had a lot of survivability power creep. Then I think the survivability power creep is good. Like, I think the Kamari trait is a bit powerful on the survivability side, but I think that's fine. You know, and there is the obvious trade-off that it's also making things, you're taunting enemies, so you're making things shoot you a bit more. So there's a trade-off. But what that's allowed, like, with the temp HP stuff that I know Darthon and Nick have been playing around with, you know, you're talking about, like, shield tanking being extremely viable. It's really quite impressive. Lost some motivation due to struggling so much on normal for brushfire? Sorry to hear. Oh, happy birthday. Go watch Nick NB's video on the Lance. He was there breaking the news to us while Spencer slept. Yeah. Yeah, I have not watched Galactic's Dauntless 2 shield tanking video, but I'm aware of all the concepts like going into the shield tanking stuff right now. You did your tank build on the Impersa to test with the new Lance scaling up with max hull and the nice. You said you were going to make shields viable, and you did. Yeah, damn right you did. Yeah, I think the next thing people are going to be asking for is probably more shield resistance. And like, then temp HP, that basically just uses the shield resistance, right? So I think that's what people will want more of. You managed 540k. You wonder. Yeah. I mean, that's still impressive. 540k on the Impersa. I'm sitting here with a casual 118k with just the deep setup. A little bit more if I pop a prototype ablative, but still. Let's see here. Let's pull out the Vulcan. You want hull regen? Cringe do. I just don't feel like doing torps right now, Ranger. I'm sorry. Should have its own separate resistances, but I think most sources of shield hardness are not properly restricted. Gotcha. When am I going to become an EPG main? Terrible. I saw the complaints about this ship having a really bad turn rate, so I've put dual cannons on it, dual heavies. So I'm also, you know, I could use hexes, but let's use the Orion Pykesons. I've really been impressed by the damage of these, to be honest. I was pretty negative about them in the original review, but they're off the Orion Interceptor, and they've been doing pretty well for me. How do I change my ship so quickly? There's the switch starship button here. Found a small synergy that makes do scale with EPG. Oh no. Yeah, so I just have, this is set up as just like a standard crate build, I guess. I know, crate build guide when, at some point. We'll go directly into Infected on this one. Okay, chat? Gotta make sure to not get a ground TFO in the way. Rachel? If you're on your ship window, you should have the switch starship button there at the bottom left. On the PC interface. I don't remember where it is on console. Like, it should be somewhere on the same page. I don't know. I feel like having the stuff that impact shield resistance also impact temp HP is probably beneficial. I would worry that if there was too much separation, that could... that could be a bit limiting. I don't know. The Trek Reviewer, how's it going?
The starbase have failed. We must assume the enemy has taken control. This is
Oh, and a TFO, yeah. I see a Romulan Vern. I mean, I burn through consumables, but I know that I am very much in the minority there.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Go. That should die to the dots and whatever else is there. Yeah, I burn through batteries quite a bit. I'm probably one of the few people that's also like actually burning dilithium on batteries because I buy the dual bats for most of my runs. Oh, I don't have my gravel on my tray. Well, that's not doing me much good. What's the advantage for the double bats? So it's just the boosting the engine power and the aux up. Basically just maxing both out for me. They're not needed, but if I'm doing like a solo run or something, like, and I'm trying to max out, I'll do that. Greedy DPS chaser, I know, terrible.
Sensors confirm that the transwarp conduit has been destroyed. However, our scans of this...
I mean, I burn through bats though, like deuterium, obviously, for the mobility. I'm using the battery engines and aux from the Dill store, and then advanced energy amplifiers. And Ranger, you should know, like, every build right now I'm running is pretty much due, because just the way I'm rolling right now. Not really in the mood for the torps. Atomic, how's it going? When am I going to make a video about the turn rate of that ship? I mean, 8, worst thing ever, and isn't the Protostar the same size and also a lower turn? Chips. Terrible. There's nothing wrong with a turn rate of 8. I would say that if an 8 turn rate is an issue for you, to just use gear that helps with mobility, like the competitive rep engines. What is the advanced escort ship? I just had 2 of them in the 359 TFO. Isn't that like the Prometheus? You want a ship with an inertia of 1? Oh no. I don't know. But yeah, the consumables need more people to use them. I will say though, on the topic of batteries and like devices, we never got there was like there were some consoles that we got a device version of a while back. Those never were added to Infinity. I'm trying to remember the name of them. I gotta look here. I think they were like the original Disco lockbox. Stowwiki. Minitech, yeah. The wiki lists them as being an Infinity. The wiki is wrong. Terrible. Oh no, it's listed as content unavailable. Okay, I take that back. The wiki is correct. The search just was wrong. We got a bunch of bad feedback on them. Look, for me, it's just the enhanced induction coils. Like I'd pay dill for those. Okay, give me more power. Too many devices share cooldowns, which limits their use, and we have a lot of free. Yeah. What do I think of the Titan Science Destroyer? It's fine. Like, I don't think it's like anything that special, but if you are a fan of that ship, you can certainly make it work. I mean, yeah, keep in mind there is also a fleet version of that ship, so if you don't care about the consular trait, you may just want to go for the fleet one if you only want it on a single character. Yeah, I mean, Jeremy, sure. I mean, make him cost fleet creds. Like, I would love to have more things to burn my fleet creds on, because right now, the only thing I really am burning fleet creds on are the plus 10 boost, and that's something most people don't care about. So, the elite training boost there. Those are like the only thing right now I'm using my fleet credits for, because I don't have any other gear that I need right now. Jay, how's it going? Shared cooldowns and small stacks are why you generally don't bother with consumable devices. Jeremy, with the fleet stuff, did it ever pop up about maybe giving us the extra DOF slots, like the active DOF slots for space and ground? Because the system supports like up to 8, right? Because there was a bug a while back. You guys rolled the slots back, but there was a brief time where there were people running around with like 8 active ground and space DOF slots. Just a thought, like, if we did have those extra slots, like, that would encourage people to buy more DOFs. Which, I mean, as someone that deals with the DOF market a fair bit, I may not have any secondary motivations for asking about that. Yeah, it was something related to overflow at the time. Yeah. Spencer, show us your DOFs that cost more than promo and lockbox ships. I don't know how many I have on this character. I mean, there's a 26, a 24, Unbound 31, another 26, a 32. But these are all Borg DOFs. You can only have 3 of the security officers on at a time. How much DPS increase is switching a beam array for the Torque? Oh no. Go on, delete one. No. That ain't gonna happen. Put Borgdorf in the fleet store for dill and fleet creds. People would buy them all day long. I mean, yeah. I think DOF-wise, like, there's always room for there to be more duty officers. The issue, like, with that last set of fleet additions that we got a couple years ago, was the DOFs were basically just copy-paste of, like, the very rares, and there was no other improvement other than them being ultra-rare. Like, that didn't feel good. Like, there was an Oxtabat DOF, an Oxtabat Technician at, I think, the Fleet Colony, and it was like 500,000 fleet creds per, and then it's just the exact same buff as the very rare. Like, if that had been like at least a higher percentage than the very rare, that would have been fine, but being a copy paste, that was a bit rough. That would greatly help, Jeremy. Yes, that would greatly help, but there's still, even within the individual packs, there is still a lot of gambling, a lot of RNG. Like if you look at the Borg Doff packs, that's still a 1 out of 45 chance to get like a 27. If there was like a sub choice pack where it was just the security officers, the deflectors, and so on, that would really bring the prices down, but I don't know how much impact, like how much you guys want to alter that market. What about making a boff into a doff? Are you saying, maybe give us a Tovin Kev doff? I mean, you'd have Redditors going in and airlocking them quite often. You could, charge them for that privilege. One of your boffs into a doff? I don't know. I mean, someone out there would probably like it. If you could, like, customize the effect or something. You misfired too many times, you'll go to desk duty? Oh, no. Yeah, the other thing that's always... Man, this is, like, really old. Like, a really old issue for Stowe. But, the fact that, like, the categories, like, the equip limit is shared between space and ground, I don't expect that to be something that can be, like, addressed, but... That is annoying in some cases. Like, you can't have 3 security officers on space and ground at the same time. It's a shared cap between the two. This is still going. It's been a good conversation. Pretty much just chatting. We're not really working on videos. It's fine. People like the long streams anyways. Yeah. That's sort of what I figured. And it's not an issue that really... It impacts some people, but it's not, like, game-breaking. It's just an inconvenience. Yeah, there's just a few. Yeah, I think this is the Ultra Rare Duty Officer from the that last fleet edition. Yeah, it's the same 10% as the very rare. Like I'm personally, I'm willing to pay, a lot of fleet creds and whatever for good doffs and gear. It's just it can't be like a copy paste of like a lower tier thing. Doff squish. There's a ground off registering as space on one of your characters. There are ground offs that you can have that will benefit you in space. Like, that's why people run, like, Neil Falconer, Elder Milikitan from the Jem'Hadar event. That's also really popular. You can have a consultant for ground also. That'll impact space as well. I use the Fleet Mark one, and I get sad when I use this. Oh, ground is coming up under space filtered. That's weird. You have about 16 hours before the patch hits. I have faith you can do it. Oh no. Terrible. Let's do another TFO here. Let's do a different build. Nice haircut. Yeah. I took the weed whacker to the hair earlier. It was getting pretty bad. What is a different build that I have here? The issue is, like, all of my current builds are just the same thing on a different ship. I can at least do, like, a phaser FA setup. Yeah, that'd be cool. Look, I got phaser fire. Well, it's not. It's still, you know, the uncon setup, but at least it's all phasers. It's immersion. It'll look pretty, okay? A Cortar Raptor Bemoiler or Fa build, no balls. I don't even. Let's see. I don't own it. Try to make a confused build where enemies destroy themselves and you just sit there looking. Oh no. I need I need a console that causes the enemy ship to self-destruct, and then it chains to all the other nearby enemies. And repeats the effect. Just make all of the enemy ships self-destruct. Universal console to burn? Yes. Make it so. I mean, that would be funny. That would be funny. Just causes the enemy ships to just instantly blow up and chain to each other. It'd be great. It'd be a bit overpowered. You just wouldn't have the damage register to players, but I mean, it'd still be like insta-killing enemies. Your allies in the TFO might not like that console. Yeah, have it chained to have it start with your ship and then chain to all the other nearby ships. Localized burn. Stabilized warp core. Yeah, I guess you're right. I forgot that ability exists, to be honest. Codename the Sad Kelpian, terrible. How many meta can you stack? A lot. Okay. Random elite again. Here we go. Logged off forgetting to run the event mission. I hate when I do that. Someone's just got me into, like, Days of Doom or something, I feel. Light of Civilization. The burn might fix our dilithium economy issues. Do a game-wide event where we have like a week to go through and do challenges to stop the burn, and if we don't do it, it wipes out all of our unrefined lithium. That'd piss people off, though. That'd be funny, but it'd piss people off too much if it went through. Please be infected. That long wait has me thinking it is. This isn't really that bad. I know some people don't like the vault, but I really don't think it's that bad. I'm in a good-looking ship here. You've heard of rank decay in shooters. Let me introduce you to dilithium decay. Pathfinder, did you queue for this? Yeah, I know the time gate sucks.
We are too damaged to
There we
continue
go.
this fight, but you have given us a chance to withdraw.
Spends a good 100 kills with ruin over enemies. I mean, that's pretty easy here with Fire at Will. All the Tholian webs and all that.
We will return to the area secure.
Until I die, that is. Which is about to happen. Yep. I gotta pay better attention to things. I'm playing too casually. Oh, I spawned right back here. Okay.
Warning, ship is under attack.
Hey, seems like you need some tips on survival. I know this streamer who might have a few ideas.
We will return as soon as we are
Terrible. Nick would be very happy to know that you said that. Yeah, this is the issue with this now, as we spend the next 3 minutes waiting. Nick would actually build the Cortar. I don't have it. I don't have the ship. I also don't have 3,000 Zen to dump on it right now. Could you imagine having 2 hangars on the Defender? Oh no. Yeah, Nick is going really crazy with all the tanking stuff right now. He'll sell me a coupon. I don't know. What was the layout on this thing again? Lieutenant Command Attack Pilot, Lieutenant Engineer, Lieutenant Science Pilot, Lieutenant Universal. So, yeah, it's the TAC focused pilot escort for KDF. No grav while access is always a bit underwhelming. Yeah, this is the Lamar. Best ground pistol, Mr. Vups. The Vups pistol is really good. Yeah, it's just a dual pilot ship. Yeah, it does. I think I own the Fed and the KDF or the Romulan. Is there any Enterprise aerospace weapons that go with the Lobi 22nd set? You could just use like phase, like the was it pulse phasers? I think is what most people just do.
It's worse than I thought.
There you go.
The
Stanky
Tholians
Boys
are
got you
trying to
covered.
steal the vault's secrets.
Radiolytics.
They want the vault itself.
I love the fire wheel stuff right now. As I power slide into the station. This is very much a case to take advantage of the teleport of the Vovin console. There we go. The days when everyone would fly that Romulan escort in PvP and with Beam Overload was fun, yeah. I remember those days. I am running, an inhibiting, and it's all of the like the Uncon procs. Like all the control abilities that are also working for Uncon are basically working for that. I'm flying terrible today. Buggle, how's it going? Yeah, the secondary deflector, I think is this the one of the colony ones or research lab? It's one of the fleet ones, I believe. Yeah, my bad. The Corolla accessories are just so damn good. I once got yelled at in here for having a lower parse than normal. Sorry, Cheops. Like it more if I could have a fleet of shuttles piloted by your bridge officers. Anything else over here? There we go. What the Corolla's done for beam broadsiding is beautiful. No, it's the console off the Corolla. The broadside combat module. Now we just gotta fly around and wait for new enemies to show up. Using a coupon, very nice. Yeah, the console's only up for 5 seconds, but when it's up, it is just amazing. Nice. The enemies died too fast for the torps to hit. Tragic.
Target's shields have failed.
I mean, there are two very easy to get fog extenders that are perfectly viable. I know the Breen one is still the best, but like redirecting rays and ETM are both like really good options with the changes that happened last year. Redirecting rays just requires you to be shot at or take damage every second, and ETM just needs you to run a torp.
The Tholian web is collapsing. Excellent. The vault is secure, but we are not. Sensors show Tholian reinforcements approaching at high warp.
Let me over
Prepare
there.
for battle. Defeat the Tholian flagship if you can. The Tholian flagship is
Here we go.
defeated. Excellent work.
Rear shields failing.
Not enough wide angle torps for ETM broadside. Yeah, it does work with fly her apart, yeah. And like if you're using the console off the Impersa, that is self-damage, so like that should probably work with it as well. Yeah. You can basically guarantee you're being shot at, yeah. Yeah, the Kamari trait is wonderful for tanking. Looking to get your old Ryzian pilot Corvette up to speed, so we'll do that. Nice. Very fast ship. It's been a while since I've flown that one. I'm just checking some messages here. I'm gonna post this again. But if any of you are on the main Stow Discord, there's a thread up. If you have any abilities or consoles you want to report here that have a longer activation time that is, you know, a bit disruptive, full text and all the info's on there, but I'll drag this back down. So looking for abilities or consoles with longer activation times that are disruptive in gameplay, preventing you from hitting other abilities or preventing weapons from firing while the activation or charge up is occurring. So if you've got a console that annoys you because of how long it takes, make sure to mention it in there and, just explain what's going on. I will be streaming again tomorrow. Right after the patch to play around with the new ship, the Noble. So make sure to stay tuned for that. But I'm going to wrap this stream up because it is 2 p.m. and I got some other stuff to do here pretty soon. So yeah, I want to thank all of you for tuning in. Let me see who we have on Twitch here. Sure, we'll send people over to Celestial. Yeah, thank you to everyone that is tuned in here today. Let me get the raid going on Twitch. Again, stream in like 21 hours from now. Like 21 hours, whenever the server comes up tomorrow. And there will be a video, probably like a news video, drop in tomorrow as well. Okay. Again, thank you everyone for tuning in, and I will see you guys around. Okay, there we go. Okay, the Twitch is done. That's almost a 4-hour stream, geez. Now the YouTube, you guys can still hear me. Yeah, thank you for watching, sticking around. This was a really long random stream. And yeah, there will be another stream tomorrow. Probably not as long, but yeah, definitely some playing with the new ship tomorrow. Okay, you all have fun. I'm gonna hit the stop button here and see you guys around.